How about the time the bar snapped my real fucking ID? I probably don't look like I'm 22 years old, but I am.
Like a 15-year-old.
Yeah, so this was fall semester. What did we go to 6 or 7 bars
Probably,
that night?
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So we end up at Tiki, which is our favorite summertime bar because it's outdoors. It has the swings, all the porches. It's a good time.
The Malibu buckets.
Yes, the Malibu buckets are blackout central, like, and it's cheap. So we sit down. What do we sit down with? 2 or 3 other guys. We got a table, right?
Yeah.
We got a table. So Drew and I go in, and you know the nice part about BG, all the bars are 18 and up. So when you're 21, you just kind of get to cut the line, show them your ID, and you walk in.
Oh, yeah.
We had
baller shit.
Yeah, and we had no problem getting in, right? There was no question that my ID was real, and we walked in.
Yeah.
So anyway, Drew had just bought us a round of drinks, so I said, I'll go get the next one. So I go up to the bar. I show him my Kentucky driver's license. And you could tell something was up, like, they made me wait, like, 10 minutes to get a drink? It was a really long wait for an odd reason. It didn't make any sense. And then, so I could kind of tell something was up, but I was like, fuck it, I want my drinks. I had my card and my ID ready to go. I hand him my ID, and the dude goes, this is fucking fake, and snaps my real ID in front of everyone. And I'm like, at first I was pretty calm, I'm like, whoa, that's real, that's real. The main bartender, he was already being a dick, but the chick behind him, who was serving drinks, who I knew was younger than me, was like, this is fucking fake as shit. And I'm like, you dumb bitch, it's fucking real. I'm like, it's a fucking real ID. So I'm like screaming at her, I'm like, that's fucking real. And they're like, well then call the fucking cops. And I think that's when you came in.
Yeah, because the bartender, who's a little short
ass fucking bitch.
5'5", dude.
Yeah.
Blonde hair dude. It's like, get the fuck out of my
Yeah,
bar.
get the fuck out of my bar.
And that's what pissed me off.
Yeah.
I was so mad.
I know, and that pissed me off too because like he didn't even give me a chance to call the cops. Because as soon as I dialed 911, he was like, get the fuck out of my bar. So then you came over, thank God.
But at this point, you're
dude, like
they
had completely creased it. And I'm like, what the fuck? And it didn't even break. It's still, to this day, I use it when I go to the bars. It's not broken. So the random dude in the backwards hat, he said he was a bouncer. We all knew he wasn't. And he was like, I'm going to put your head up your ass if you don't get the fuck out of here. And I'm like, come fucking do it.
Yeah.
Because it's a real fucking ID.
Yeah.
So we get thrown out of the bar. We're outside of the parking lot. And you're one of the most docile, calmest human beings I've ever met. I was absolutely dying when we come out. And I'm like, trying to process what to do next. And you're like, Thomas, that's fucking bullshit. You need to fucking call the cops. So I was like, okay, dude, like, I'm going to call the cops. Oh, my God.
Dude, I was just so mad the way they reacted to you when they were just like, nope, it's fake. Get the fuck out of my bar.
I actually do call the cops. They show up, which I didn't think they were going to show up.
Yeah, we're just outside of...
We're in the parking lot behind Tiki.
Yeah.
So
you're standing there with like 2 or 3 cops.
Yeah.
And they're like all looking at it there. And I'm like, that's real!
Yeah. And Drew's screaming, they snapped his fucking real ID! We need to get inside right now! Well, the dude's in the front of Liquid, which, again, it's a separate bar. They work together, but it's a separate bar. So they're like, we don't know what we were talking about. So then we were like, fuck this. And Drew's like, we're going out back. We're going to go to the back edge of the Tiki. We're getting in the bar. So we walked up.
I was committed. You were getting in that bar.
I know. You had, and honestly, if you weren't there, it probably doesn't happen. Because, like, you were so committed to me getting in there and handling it. And I'm not going to lie. Like, there is no better feeling than walking in, having my creased ID in my hand, looking at that little fucker that threw us out of the bar, and I have a cop on the left and right of me, and Hinky's in the front going, we're fucking back! We're here! But we end up going up, what did I say? I think I said, like, hey, like, I'm not trying to cause any problems, but it was real. You were screaming, though.
Dude, that guy made me so mad, the way he treated you. I was like, that's bullshit. He shouldn't be yelling, like, get the fuck out of my bar with the real ID.
And the other part that pissed you off is, like, this guy's walking in like he's king of the fucking castle.
Yeah.
You know that he is just the manager of the bar. He ain't no big shit. He don't own the bar. It was Nate and Wally's. Nate and Wally's own, like, 90% of the bars in BG.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I end up getting $20 back that night because I was like, you know, like, whatever. I'm drunk. I don't really care. Like, just give me enough money to go get a replacement. The funniest part about this whole night is Drew and I have this fiasco. We get back to the house we're living at the time, and our roommates are just having a shit show of a fucking night. Because you remember this. So our buddy Ketty just left the bar. He was at Tiki with us leading up to the ID incident, and he just walked to the hospital.
Like, yes.
Which is, what, 6 miles away?
It's far.
It's a long fucking walk. Like, you are far away from anything to get there. So Kenny walks to the hospital. Our buddy Sean, who we find laying in the driveway around a bunch of shattered glass. We had like a little bar that we used to use out back in the backyard. So Sean just decided to like kick through it. So he's laying around a bunch of shattered glass. My girlfriend showed up to pick us up from the bar. So we get back to a shit show. And I think the highlight of it all was the cat situation.
Oh my.
Sean bought a cat for our frat house. We had a frat cat.
His name is Gizmo.
Gizmo. Solid cat. We had a party that night. We thought somebody stole our cat. It was the wrong cat, but Sean still went and got it.
But it turns out, so Gizmo is in Kenny's room. The room is locked.
So
no one knows can find
where
Gizmo.
The actual cat, like the cat that we own, we don't know where he is.
Yeah, because somebody posted on Twitter and was like, "Hey, there's a missing cat in Bowling Green," and it identically looked like Gizmo, like same stripes, same color, same everything.
We all thought it was
and we're like
our cat.
adding Sean, like Sean, you need to go.
Someone stole
cat.
your cat, dude.
Yeah.
Someone stole your cat. So, like, that's what's going on. Sean, we heard meowing in Kenny's room. I think that's how it started, right?
Yeah, and Kenny was still on his hiatus.
Yeah, Kenny's still hiking to the hospital while this is going on.
And so we hear meows. And right before Kenny comes in, Sean says, and kicks the door in and finds his cat.
So we have 2 cats, and they're fighting. So we throw the other cat downstairs in the bathroom, and we're trying to figure out what to do. We had nothing else to do. And then Matt showed up, right?
So Matt shows up and is like, just yelling at Sean, like just going off on Sean, saying you're not a responsible owner, you can't take care of this cat, I'm taking this cat. So he's yelling at Matt and is like, you're not taking my cat away from me, and going off on her. Sean gets so frustrated to the point where he's so mad, and so he's upstairs and there's a window next to the stairs.
Yep.
And he gets so mad.
I had double pane windows in the house.
But yeah. Sean gets so mad that he punches through
shatters
a pane of glass. Like, his hand is just covered in glass. It's just bleeding everywhere. His hand is messed up.
And he's like, I'm keeping the fucking cat.
Just crazy.
It was absolute mayhem. And it was a Thursday night.
It was
we all had classes the next morning.
Oh my God. It's crazy. People were picking glass out of his hands, but finally, we found the owner. Stacy found the owner.
Stacy put a Facebook Live post out and was like, hey, if this is someone's cat, it was stolen, let us know. And some chick ended up coming to get the cat. The girl who comes to get her cat had been hooking up with Sean over the last year. So she shows up. She has a boyfriend. Sean's not dating anyone. So this girl shows up, fucks Sean, and then takes the cat home. And her name was Cat, was it not?
It was Cat.
It was fucking Cat. Oh my God.
Oh.
What a fucking Thursday night.
That is a Thursday night in Bowling Green, Ohio.
Taking shots by the lake till I can't even breathe no more, see no more. I was riding around town thinking to myself, is it gonna get easier? I'll be up and away up the street and bake, but I can't even breathe no more. What's it to me? What can I see? Taking shots by the lake till I can't even breathe no more, see no more.
Get the fuck off me, Kate! Now, and we had nothing else to do. Like, we get a free shot, and then we're like, all right, thanks, we're leaving. And this is the best part of the fucking story.
$20 will get you a lot in Bowling Green, Ohio. You can buy
any way you want it.
No! We're leaving the bathroom, like, the cats are gonna fight. They're gonna pee everywhere. Blah.
Our house was reckless. Ratchet as fucking house. They snap it, and I'm like, what the fuck?
I was like, you motherfuckers,
Oh, shit. We had a very active house in college, and Sean just
Good way to
decided...
put it.
Yeah, it's a good way to put it. Because they're 2 male cats.
Yeah.
Fucking dude. And he took care of the fucking cat.
He did. He
took good
he
care of
took
the
great
cat.
care of the cat.
Drew, thank you for coming on.
Dude,
Tom.
cheers.
Cheers to fucking
This
that.
was a great time.